papers for the 6th edition, Volume 6, Number 1 of the NRS Journal of Tax Studies. The publication, themed Contemporary Issues in Taxation, invites contributions on areas such as tax reforms, tax digitalization, base erosion and profit shifting, taxation in the gig economy and the shadow economy. According to the service, all manuscripts will undergo a rigorous double-blind peer review process to ensure quality and academic credibility. The NRS stated that submissions must be original on published works and should comply with the prescribed guidelines, including APA 7th edition referencing style and a similarity index not exceeding 20%, including AI-generated content. The anticipated publication date for the journal is December 2026, while interested contributors are encouraged to submit their papers through the official email njts@nrs.gov.ng or the journal website njts.online.
Let's now join Mariam on the Vox Pop segment.
Welcome to the segment. My name is Mariam Julde Adura. Today, I'm on one of my favorite places to be, the golf course. We have come to find out what this elitist set of people know about tax refund processing. Come. Do you have an idea how refunds are processed?
Yeah, I think refunds may be claimed after 6 years of 6 years within the relevant years of assessment.
Okay.
And I think for VAT, the claim is 12 months. And upon approval, you have 30 days for VAT and I think 12 months still for the normal tax.
My idea about tax refund is, firstly, the taxpayer needs to apply for the refund through the office of the chairman. Now, we have two types of refund. You have tax credits refund and we have VAT refund. That's VAT impute refund. So, for tax credit refund, it's processed 90 days after approval by the chairman, while for VAT refund is processed, I think, 30 days after chairman's approval. So, and the first thing first is the taxpayer has to know that you probably will be audited even before the refund will be carried out. So you should check your books before you ask for refund.
Generally, I think refunds are claimed 6 years within the general assessment, the relevant assessment year, and must be claimed within 12 months of the transaction.
Okay.
While upon final approval, maybe 90 days for processing year.
We'd like to find out if you have an idea how tax refunds are processed.
Sure, Marian. Fortunately, I checked Claude yesterday.
Okay.
And it says that you can claim a tax refund with any time within 6 years of the transaction, but if it's VAT, within 12 months. And you write the chairman. But I hope that there are apps that can do that these days. I think the Presidential Committee has an app. If not, that's a business opportunity. Go and do something like TurboTax, and the refunds will be processed within 90 days. If it is any other tax, VAT within 30 days.
All right. Thank you.
The future of tax is here. Are you ready? This is Rev 360, a smarter way to manage your taxes. Better efficiency, stronger compliance, and improved taxpayers' experience. End-to-end automation, real-time processing, and seamless compliance, now all on one intelligent platform. Secure and transparent, no stress, just fast, smooth compliance. Rev 360, this is the future. NRS. Together we rise. Together we prosper.
Did you know tax refunds are processed after the relevant tax authority verifies that a taxpayer has overpaid tax or is entitled to a refund? For more information, please visit www.nrs.gov.ng.
Ashu Abe takes us on the Knowledge Zone.
Hello and welcome to Knowledge Zone, where we dive deeper into interesting conversations had on the streets. I remain your host, Ashu Abe. On today's episode, we'll be talking about how tax refunds are processed under the 2025 Tax Act. Under Section 55 and 56 of the Nigerian Tax Administration Act 2025, tax refunds are processed after the relevant tax authority verifies that a taxpayer has overpaid or is entitled to a refund. The taxpayer must submit a written refund request, and the tax authority may conduct an audit or review before approving the claim. Once approved, the refund may either be paid directly to the taxpayer or used to offset any outstanding tax liabilities. The law provides that approved tax refunds must be paid within 90 days from the date of the tax authority's decision, while VAT refunds specifically must be processed within 30 days of receiving a valid request. Refund claims must generally be made within 6 years after the relevant year of assessment. Otherwise, the claim becomes invalid. Dedicated tax refund accounts are also maintained by the government to ensure timely settlement of approved refunds. Over to you, Lore.
And now to our Professional Insight segment.
So my name is Adeolu Akinyemi. I'm the director of Nigeria Revenue Service Academy. What I do is, first of all, try to birth and make manifest a vision to digitize the learning experience in the service. This is very important because the normal conventional way of doing training is very expensive. You need physical spaces, you need to get people off work to come and learn. Learning is an event. Now, the world is changing, and if you want to create a more agile, more future-ready workforce, you need to ensure that people are not being trained occasionally, but consistently. Now, in order to make consistent learning happen, basically turning learning into a habit rather than an event, you need the NRSA Learning Experience Platform, because what it does is it brings the learning to people in such a way that every day people can build their learning journeys, build their streaks, get to learn and develop themselves, and be ready for whatever it is that is programmed for them on that platform. This is also done in a way that is exciting, is fun, and what better way to learn than to learn with fun. Okay, so there are many problems that we're solving with this, but the fundamental problem is that training is currently very expensive. You need to get physical spaces, you need to pay for logistics, you need to do a variety of things just because you want to train people. You end up realizing that in order to train one person, you spend a lot more because of the other associated factors. Now, we want training to be doable, not occasionally, but consistently. You want every staff trained, and you want them trained from everywhere: Port Harcourt, Kano, Lagos, Ibadan, even Kwara. Anywhere around Nigeria, you want them trained. Now, what better way to do this than to lead with digital? Digital is an enabler. Technology is an enabler. So essentially, we have micro learning, okay, gamified learning, fun learning available at scale across the nation at once, so that every staff can learn on the platform. I think the biggest thing we're solving with this is giving a lot more people access to learning, which is particularly the scale. Okay, so this is different in a number of ways. Normal training systems that people see is usually physical, or what you call the learning management system. Now, these are occasional, these are event-driven, these are compliance-driven, these have low engagement, and this is done because people want to tick a box. Now, the difference here is this is designed in such a way that it is micro-learning. If you know what's going on in the world today, people's attention span is gradually reducing. People are used to social media where they just scroll, and even though they can't watch 2-hour movies, they can watch 1 minute 200 times, and that's about over 2 hours already. So what this does is this takes cognizance of what is currently happening with people, makes sure that learning is in micro learning modules, 30 seconds to 1 minute, and ensures that you have a gamified approach to learn, score points as you learn, enjoy the gamification of trying to achieve a particular goal, see yourself on the leaderboard, and learn in a way that is competitive with your colleagues. So what we're solving with this is we're creating an opportunity that takes learning away from occasional into something that is done consistently, habitually, and then in a way that everybody can see visibly what is happening in the learning ecosystem. There's a saying that I learned many years ago. It says, what is learned with pleasure is learned full measure. You realize that you're in a classroom. If it's boring, it limits what you learn. If it's engaging, if it's exciting, you commit more to it. Usually I meet people who say, I don't like maths. There's nobody that doesn't like maths. They didn't like their maths teacher. They didn't like the maths experience. They didn't like the environment. It is important to make learning engaging because then people can get a lot more value out of it. And what we have done with this is we've made it fun. So not only are you learning, when we did a pilot, we realized some very interesting things. Not only are people learning, when people learned and finished a lesson and they realize that their friend is higher than them on the leaderboard, guess what they do? They go back to learn more. Why? Because everybody wants to make sure that they are the best. So everybody's learning. There's a performance culture around it, there's competition around it, there's fun around it. It's the best way to learn. And because you can't just, many people also learn, want to go through a learning program and then you put on the learning program and you go and cook in the kitchen. You can't do that with this, right? Because your engagement is required. And that engagement means you get the full value from that learning experience and not just, play the video and be cooking rice and beans. Now, what changes culture? Culture changes when people change, right? There's no way you can change culture except you can move people. Now, what this system seeks to do is change people's approach to learning, change the orientation around learning. So learning is no longer compliance driven. It is now driven by interest, by excitement, by competition, by visibility. How? Because when you learn, when you complete a lesson, for example, you get 20 points. When you complete another lesson, you get 20 points. When you finish your assessment, you get more points. Guess what's going on? You are building your points. And guess what? When you rank among the highest people that have points in this system, you qualify for another opportunity. You qualify for a match. You qualify for something exciting within the system. So guess what's going to happen? You're likely going to be learning because now you want to know, and now you want to be known as somebody who is learning, not for the normal pecuniary gains that people may normally have in their minds. Now, the beautiful thing here is once the culture around learning begins to change and people's outcomes and performance begins to change, guess what? Culture begins to shift as well.
Over now to Swateku for What's on the Nets.
Good day and welcome to What's on the Net. My name is Joyce Swateku. Life Jennings is asking, what is Rev 360? Rev 360 is described as a digital-driven platform designed to enhance efficiency, transparency, and taxpayer experience within the tax system. It is part of Nigeria's transition towards a more advanced framework known as Tax Administration 3.0, which focuses on integration, automation, and real-time data use. According to the service, the platform is expected to streamline tax processes, reduce administrative bottlenecks, and improve compliance through seamless digital engagement between taxpayers and the Revenue Authority. Prince Adebisi Oluwafemi says, who exactly pays corporate income tax? A registered limited liability company or a registered enterprise or both? Thanks. Corporate income tax, CIT, is paid by registered limited liability companies, such as private limited companies, public limited companies, and foreign companies operating in Nigeria. Registered enterprises or business names, sole proprietorships do not pay CIT. Instead, the business owner pays personal income tax, PIT, through the State Tax Authority. Over to you, Laurie.
brings us to the end of this edition of Tax File. We hope today's program has equipped you with clearer insights and a better understanding of the tax issues shaping our economy and everyday lives. Remember, taxation is more than policy. It's about participation, accountability, and national development. Keep the conversation going by connecting with us across our social media platforms. Your views, questions, and feedback remain an important part of the dialogue. I am Lori Bala Hassan. Thank you for watching. NRS, together we rise, together we prosper.
The morning news. The federal government is strategizing.
Hello and welcome to the news at 10 on MTN News 24.
Welcome to the news update at 11 a.m. Mina Daniel.
The Federal Road Safety Corps has reacted to viral public.
Thanks for joining us on the news desk at 3.
Good evening. Welcome to News Desk at 6. News 24. We're live in Abuja.